mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Washington football team and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Shotgun handoff now for Love. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
42-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. One, Omaha. 21. Here we go. I got this.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
11. 12.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Dwayne Haskins in at
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. DeAndre Hopkins, 63 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes this Washington 7. 49ers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 49ers' 31-yard line.
Snap comes in 1. Now Haskins. Flush to his right. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Haskins on 3rd down. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first. Down.
First down, Washington.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
On 2nd down, Love. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
The ball carrier.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with this Washington 7, 49ers nothing.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
A 9-yard touchdown run. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 11.
On first down, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Check 13. Hey, alert. Alert. Alert.
Garoppolo on first down. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
a gain of 15.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, here's Love. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's a gain of 20.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10. Down at the 33. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain. Stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They turn to Love on the handoff. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The tackle by...
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Washington on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he finds McLaurin. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Washington.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. On third and goal, Haskins escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes this Washington 21. 49ers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
65.
The shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On the screen, this is Coleman. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 50-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. 21.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
That's good.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11. Who's got 84? Check 84.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
9-yard line.
'49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Let's go. You tighten up. Back. Check. Hot.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 6. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Tevin Coleman. A pickup of 2.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
The 7-yard line.
Two. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Switch. Hey, gun.
Garoppolo again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Tight end right. 21. 90 is the money. You ain't got nothing. 90
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
George Kittle, incomplete.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
Yard is him.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Dustin Hopkins on 40.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting him at this point.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. at the 35-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
21.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And 7.
Go ahead.
From the 24, Garoppolo. Open man is Bourne. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers get a score closer.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football, led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D Ford, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
Makes this Washington 28.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
Washington.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Running to start the drive is Love. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down, here's Haskins. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DJ Jones in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Here comes Pettis on the return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Big hold to the 30, and all the way up to the 31-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
4-yard line.
Now left side of the swing pass. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 47-yard line.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there. 29 yards and a 1st. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A play fake for Mostert, now Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. One, Omaha.
Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
56. Six man. Check curls.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
It's a
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
The 31-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Love again, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Haskins to throw. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check, 54.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. But now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up.